On North Metro TV from Spring Lake Park High School, it's time for high school volleyball. The fall season in full swing on North Metro. 100% ready to roll here for fall sports. And tonight we come to you from inside the gym at Spring Lake Park as the Roseville Raiders are in town to take on the Spring Lake Park Panthers. Good evening, everybody. For the third time in 4 years, it'll be Roseville first out of the gates for the Spring Lake Park Panthers. And Gabe, you look at this Roseville team, and it's going to be a challenge. This is a team with a lot of great storied history, and they're also bringing back some recent history and experience that'll go up against the Panthers tonight.
Yeah, they absolutely are. Roseville has been a dynasty in the past. In fact, from 2012 to 2016, they went to state every single year. Last season, not as great as those seasons, 7-7 last season, but yeah, they are absolutely bringing back some firepower in this one.
You look at the Spring Lake Park Panthers, they're trying to get things rolling here early, pick up a winning season for the first time since 2016. They've lost those two openers against Roseville. They played them for the final game of the year last year, lost that one as well, but they're looking to change things around. They'll also, Gabe, turn to some experience, at least at some key positions, starting with Maya Mortensen, who was their leading setter last year, and she's back and figures to be right in the middle of everything for the Panthers.
Yeah, Maya, she sets everything up at that setter position, making sure that they can go on the attack. Also, look out for Kayla Hoiby, 99 kills last season, and Brooke Christensen as well, 90 kills, third on the team for St. Louis Park last season. So they're going to rely on them tonight to try to pull up the first opening victory tonight.
Eighth-year head coach Joy Johnston told me before this game, just excited to be back with some normalcy, even in the preseason, getting started with practices a couple of weeks ago after tryouts, but also having some of the parent luncheons, the cookouts, things like that bring the team together. There's Kayla Hoiby. She's one of the seniors that comes back for this Panther team. They'll be in gray tonight. Hoiby out there with Addison France as well to open up this rotation. We'll see some mixing and matching, Gabe, all around, kind of circling around Maya Mortensen, which we talked about. That'll maybe be the constant, but kind of some unknowns out there for Coach Johnston that they're going to try and figure out here early in the season.
Yeah, absolutely, some unknowns. And like you were talking about, it's tough when you're an athlete, when you start August practice, to not have a game in rotation. All you're doing is practicing. Once you finally get that first game, the adrenaline gets going, and you really start to feel what it's all about. So we'll see who gets out on the right foot here.
Head coach Greg Euland on the other side. It's his 14th season. He's got over 200 wins, and as Gabe mentioned, all kinds of appearances in the state tournament. Roseville will start it, and we are underway with high school volleyball. First game for each of these two teams here in 2021. Near side set. Dug out on the back end by Lily Morell to keep it alive. Morell, one of the three captains for this Panthers team. Christensen, one of the other, pops it back over. It was there for Crump. They set it back for Crump. Block back to her, and she'll dig it out again. Extended first point underway. Off the block, though, and down for Logan Cregan to get the first kill for Roseville. It's 1-0 Raiders.
And I'm sure both coaches are encouraged by that. The first point of the season going long, both teams getting after it early on.
Roseville out in front, 1-0. Panthers trying to bounce it back. There's Mortensen in the middle, sets it in the middle for France. Put it down, dug out by the Raiders. Along the back line, they find Mortensen again. This time she goes all the way across to Christensen, and she'll get it down despite the diving attempt from Cadence Davison.
Yeah, Christensen, she just glanced it off the block right there, and it found the court.
Panthers ball control, something that Coach Johnston wanted to have improve rapidly, and you saw that there. They got it to Mortensen, got the good set. And just a tip of the block there to get the first point for the Panthers and tie us up. Block, good dig. Back in by Morell, active on the back line. Long strike attempt, and it's Christensen from the near side this time, and she gets it down. It's 2-1 Panthers.
Yeah, and Gondek just couldn't control it on that one. Just went off the side, didn't get in a good position, so it turns into a point for the Panthers.
Maya Mortensen back to serve. And a strong serve as well. Played right there by France. Just a tough ball to play as it was popped over nicely.
Yeah, it was. Just a miscommunication there by the Panthers, and it turns into a point for Roseville.
Tied up at 2. Serve back to Roseville for Stachowiak. Kayla Stachowiak. Mortensen far side set for Hoiby. Hoiby, one of those top 2 in kills, coming back out of the top 3 from last year. Great dig on the back by Gieselhardt. Hoiby again, this time off the tape. Good dig near side. Tried to come back to Crump. Instead, they go opposite from her. Mortensen off the dig, sets near side. Christensen, she's been busy. That one won't go down. Davison in the middle. Quick little bump set. Popped up by Morel. Sent over by Christensen to the back line. Dug by Stachowiak. Back set it goes. Crump off the block, and that goes down. Point. That did actually get out of bounds, and they say not off the block. No, it was. It was the point for Roseville.
Yes. And what a great point by both sides. Just getting after it, getting after the ball, putting it over the net, and just a great point by both sides.
So back to a 1-point lead here in this first set. France knocks it over, set in the middle, just hopped over the block, but it pulled France into the net, and she's in pain as she came down maybe a little awkwardly on that left ankle, that left leg. Need a little help up. See if she can go, and it doesn't look like it. She's at least going to need a breather on the bench, able to walk herself there. France last season, 34 kills, part of the rotation. Handful of blocks with 12 as well, just as a freshman a season ago. Just her second season on varsity. And we'll have to take a look at that, and hopefully not as bad as it would seem. Sophia Molitor slides in. Serve for Roseville up 4-2. And that went into the net, so the service error makes it a 1-point set again.
And that's something that I was talking to Coach Euland today from Roseville. He was talking about they wanted to serve well and avoid errors, and obviously didn't go well there.
Christensen on the serve for the Panthers. Near side set for Kopp. Put it up. Christensen. Excuse me, that's Gieselhardt. Couldn't get there for the dig.
And Kopp, great placement right there. Found the court in a spot where the other team couldn't get it.
Senior, season ago, did a whole lot of everything. Over 200 assists for Gabrielle Kopp. Also over 80 kills last year. Gondek will get the ace. And it's 6-3.
And I think it's some miscommunication for St. Louis Park on that one. I think she thought it was going out, then saw it was going in last second, and then late reaction to it.
Gondek to the back line. In the middle, Mortensen. Back set it goes. Try for Hoiby dugout. They've been solid there, keeping those kills away from the Panthers. Christensen, a hand on it. Mortensen far side. Hoiby again. Back line for Gondek. Set near side, Kopp. To the back, dugout, Gieselhardt. Back set, Mortensen. Light touch that time for Hoiby, and it wouldn't go down. That's Morel, excuse me, on this near side. And that one will go down. Christensen's attempt, but a strong kill on the near side.
And after kind of going back and forth early, Roseville starting to put some separation between them and St. Louis Park.
And that one will tip down.
Just a friendly roll on that one.
They'll take it. Gondek at 8-3. Back on the near side. And that one will go out of bounds. So a point that was needed for the Panthers.
Yeah, absolutely. Stop the momentum of Roseville and try to get a run going here.
So first match of the season for both the Spring Lake Park Panthers and the Roseville Raiders. Panthers getting set on the rotation here. And they will bring in Letitia's Poor. In for Molitor. And Charlie Turnquist will also check in.
And something that, with Roseville, something that Coach Euland was also saying, he said they wanted to be more aggressive this season, get after some balls, and maybe not just tip it over the net like the safe play, but play a little more aggressively and try to take a few more chances out there.
Service error for the Panthers. So back to Roseville it will go. Kaya Viams will check in to serve. Roseville out of the Suburban East, 7-7 last year overall, 6-7 in conference play. Trying to craft that into a tremendous year this year. Hoiby into the block and down. And the Panthers get one back after the service error. It's 9-5.
Yeah, what you said, right into the block, just put put it at the angle where the defense couldn't get it and went straight down.
Avery Herman back to serve. Herman, excuse me. She gets the dig. Mortensen puts it over. Roseville survives. Mortensen far side, Morrell. That one's down. Back-to-back points for the Panthers.
But it can't be overstated how well Roseville got after that ball. Just didn't give up on it and gave it a chance. But for St. Louis Park, they were able to come away with the point.
9-6. Poor can't get that one. Good strong kill from the right side for Gabrielle Kopp, who we've seen on both sides now for the Raiders. It's 2 for her in the first. Raiders first to double figures. Kopp back to serve. Turnquist is up front as that'll be an ace. Morrell couldn't control it. If you're just joining us, Addison France, the sophomore, promising sophomore, was in this game early, left after appearing to tweak an ankle. So she has not been back in a game that was going to feature a lot of different rotations for the Panthers. Has gone to that early. Great kill and strike for Lily Morrell off the block and down. 11-7.
Yeah, great job by Morrell there. She was able to wind up and just send that over the net right off the block.
Get another look. Good timing, taken on the block. Those hands not quite perfectly angled there on that double block try for the Raiders. He'll come near side for Cregan. Dug out of the back. It avoids the net, but didn't make it any easier. Avoided the net that splits this gym in two up above the playing surface. But Mortensen, that's going to be a tough one to carry towards the net that close.
Yeah, that's awkward for any player, not knowing where, expecting it to deflect and then it not to deflect, but tough play for her.
In comes Hattie DeVries. 100 kills for her, second on the team a season ago for the Raiders. 14 matches for them. Panthers played in 14. These two teams met in the final match of last year's shortened season. Christensen got that off the tip of the block, so she'll get the kill and the point for the Panthers. It's 12-8.
And St. Louis Park, after Roseville was going on a little bit of a run, sticking around here, doing their best to stick around in this first set.
So back within 4 now. Gieselhart will come back in to serve. Near side Cregan, too strong. Panthers back-to-back points. Back within 3 here in this first set.
She just got under it a little too much and had a little too much oomph on it and sent it out of bounds.
4-10 last year for Spring Lake Park. As that one was out of bounds, tried to push over by Cregan. Got near side of the antenna, so 3 straight points. Back within 2 for the Panthers. Roseville actually lost what was going to be a scheduled game there at the end of the season. Scheduled match. Called up the Panthers. They could play, and that turned into the last match of the year. Christensen caught a bunch of the block. Great dig near side by Gondek. And make that Kopp. Another good dig near side for Herman for the Panthers. Right crawling over the tape, Christensen. In a flurry of activity, it's Gondek who sends it over. Settled now for Mortensen. She'll take the advantageous tap and put it down into space. What a heady play by Mortensen, the senior.
Yeah, just saw some space, saw that they were spread out on the other side and just flipped it over the net.
4-0 run for the Panthers. Gieselhart to try and keep it going. Middle set. Good dig, backside. Morrell liked it. Christensen got that one to go. 5-0 run and a tie game at 12 for the Panthers.
And Kopp on that one couldn't decide whether to go for a bump or a set and decided too late, went right off her fingers. And a tie game, as you mentioned.
Gieselhart again, no aces yet for the Panthers. That one received well on the back line. They'll move to Cox. Picked up to Christensen again. Off the block. Panthers lead for just the second time in this first set, and that'll be a timeout for Coach Hewland. It is a 6-0 run to go from down 12-7 to now up 13-12 for the Panthers here in this first. You'll get a good look at Brooke Christensen, who's been very good. That's her 5th kill of the set.
Yeah, she's been great. She's been all over the place, and she has just been hammering it down to the court.
You look at that record, 4-10 a season ago for the Panthers in just the 14 games. 3 of those games went to 5 sets. They lost 2 of them. Were able to pick up a 5-set win. They went 2-2 in 4-set matches as well.
But also, you got to remember that it was a COVID year, so you never know who had to sit out what game or who was out of rhythm for that game. So it's almost hard to tell based on last year's statistics who really had who really had a bad year and who had a good year. So everything was thrown into flux by COVID. So
hoping to turn things, take some of that experience in those tight matches and turn it around here to some wins. And so far, after being down by as many as 5 in this first set, they're back up by 1. Panthers serving. Block, held up, kept alive and poked over, but Christensen a little too strong. That was excellent effort by Molitor and Christensen up front to keep that one alive. But out of bounds, too deep, it's 13 all.
But I like what Roseville did there coming out of the timeout. They got straight into their offense, attacked in the middle, and St. Louis Park was able to put it back over, but a good attack and good adjustments by Coach Hewlin.
13 all, back on the near side, Mortensen. Good dive, but not enough. And Molitor gets the kill.
Yeah, good dive by Kopp, just laying it all out and going after it.
Mortensen to serve. Spring Lake Park up a point. In the middle, great dig. Gieslerson kept it alive. Gieselhart, excuse me, kept it alive, but it's blocked right back. Kopp on that far side, make that Crump on that far side. Got it to go back quickly.
Yeah, they just built the wall on this one and sent it right back.
Crump a couple of kills, 6'1" there. Some height in the middle. Stachowiak back to serve. Far side, Hoiby puts it down. We haven't seen many clean swings yet from Kayla Hoiby, but that was a good one. Gives them the lead again at 14-15.
But credit to Maya Mortensen, a great set which set her up on the offense. Just a great set, perfect in rhythm, and she slams it down to the court.
Up a point again here in this first set for the Panthers. Got it to Mortensen, looking for Hoiby one more time. Just flat-footed, puts it up and over. Chance for Roseville, but the Panthers with the advantage. Back set, near side, Morrell got him to play it. Comes back for Kopp. Hoiby first touch, Mortensen kept it alive. That's Molitor over. In the middle for Davison, put down over the top. And a strong kill from Hattie DeVries.
And Roseville, they're having a lot of success going to the middle. They're just throwing it off the St. Louis Park block, and they've had a lot of success so far.
Addison France would be a part of that middle for the Panthers, certainly injured early in this one. Not on the bench at the moment. And Roseville taking advantage in the middle. Great receive by Christensen to keep it alive. Crump the easy touch. DeVries again attacks in the middle and gets it to go. Her second in a row, excuse me. That's 11, not 10. That's Hannah Heffernan.
And there you see it, Roseville coming out of the timeout, getting some momentum and getting around the right side of the scoreboard here.
That was in. The ace for Gondek. Made him think about it. They decided to let it roll, and Gondek picks up the ace.
Yeah, great job by Gondek. Again, that's what Coach Hewlin wanted. He wanted to control the serving game, and that's what they did on that one.
Back up by 2. 2-0 run. We were tied at 15 for Roseville. Molitor popped it over for Spring Lake Park. Back it goes for Crump, and it's off. Mortensen for the kill. Third for Crump here in the first set. And a timeout for the Panthers. They went on a furious 6-0 run to go up 13-12 midway through this first set. But since then, it's been even back and forth. 6-2 overall run for the Roseville Raiders, capped off by this one. Left-hand swing for Crump.
Yeah, and it's interesting with the left hand, it's coming at a different angle, so it's not like you're expecting with the right-handers. But let's see what St. Louis Park can do coming out of the timeout. Remember, Roseville was down and came out of the timeout and put a run together. Let's see if St. Louis Park can do the same.
18-15. Raiders up by 3 here in this first set. Both of these two teams are going to be tested right out of the gates this season. Next up for Roseville is perennial power Concordia Academy. They won 9 games a season ago. They also have a pair of 10-win teams coming up on their schedule. North St. Paul next Thursday. Next Tuesday, they'll take on Champlain Park, which everybody in the North Metro knows about how the Rebels do in volleyball. Panthers, their next is against Mountains View. They won 11 last year. 2 games from now, they play Elk River. That's a 10-win team a season ago. Panthers in rhythm, set it up for Morel, and she gets the kill.
And there you see, coming out of the timeout, Spring Lake Park gets back into rhythm, like you said, and gets back into their offense and runs the perfect play and gets a point. Gets some momentum back on their side.
So back within 2, crucial tipping point right here as we near 20 in this first set. Serve for Poor. Middle set. Down it goes for Gabrielle Kopp.
And there you go. You see Roseville going again to the middle. St. Louis Park, or excuse me, Spring Lake Park has been unable to stop that so far tonight.
That will be the game of adjustments here later in this one for Coach Johnston. 8th season here as the head coach. 17 years combined coaching volleyball at the various levels. Club volleyball as well. Northern Lights in the area. Morel, light touch, and down it goes. Back within 2, trading points here. 19-17.
And sometimes it's as simple as that. You don't need a mighty swing sometimes. You just need to tap it over and find the court.
Avery Herman trying to find some momentum for the Panthers. Addison France is back on the bench now for Spring Lake Park. Keep an eye on those developments, and that's just a great light touch from the back that time for Kopp. You said it. Sometimes you can go with that changeup, and it can be effective.
Yeah, you want to give the opponent different speeds. You don't want the same thing every single time. You want to mix it up and try to find the court in different ways.
4 kills unofficially here in this first set for Kopp. Go back to serve. Far side, Morel caught some of the tape. Is out of bounds. Didn't catch any of the blocks, so it'll be a point for Roseville. They're up 4.
It was very close on the sideline there, but just glanced out of bounds.
2-0 run for the Raiders to go up 4. Mortensen tried to end it and eventually will, as it's pushed back too strong by the Raiders.
That's the second time tonight we've seen Mortensen just try to just nudge it over the net and try to find an open piece of court, and she's been successful both times.
27 kills a season ago. She gets them in crafty different ways. That's her second one today. Service error for Morel. Makes it 22-18. Margin for error here now very, very small for the Panthers. But impressive the way in the middle section of this set, after going down 5 early at 12-7, they were able to come back and put themselves in a position to fight. Christensen's back in. Too much air under that one. Oh, it got a piece of the block. So it will be 22-19. Back within 3 in the serving.
Yeah, it was a judgment call. The other side line judge saw a touch, and so he called it.
Power worked out in the favor of Christensen that time with the block there. Molitor's going to be back in the middle, up front with Mortensen and Christensen. Gieselhardt back to serve. Good one dropped down. Roseville receives, and again in the middle was someone in the net. The Panthers were. And so it's a 4-point set, 23-19.
This will be crucial. Spring Lake Park needs these next couple points to avoid going down 1-0.
Cadence Davison will go back to serve. Good set, strong block. Send it right back at Molitor. Advantage Raiders. Crump down with it. Set point here at 24-19.
And again, with that left-handed swing, it's a unusual angle for returners, and she just found the court.
Christensen, great set. Good dig, backside by Gondek. Panthers keep it alive. Christensen bumps it. Someone's got to send it over. They do light. Looking for Crump again. No, in the middle they go. That one off the block and out, and it's the first set for Roseville. 25-19, they take it. Panthers were down 12-7 in this one, put on a valiant 6-0 run then. Nip and tuck at the end, but eventually it was Roseville who goes on the final 4-1 run to close things out. Panthers fall in the first, 25-19. Second set comes your way next, right here with high school girls volleyball tonight on North Metro TV. With you at Spring Lake Park High School. North Metro TV coverage of high school volleyball, and the first set goes to the Roseville Raiders 25-19. A game you might have expected maybe that result, just kind of looking at what the teams did last year, the experience coming back for Roseville, the mixing that the Panthers need to do, an injury early for the Panthers certainly, but I thought some good signs from Spring Lake Park to try and build on moving into set number 2.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, just the fact that they're in this game and they're trying out different rotations like you said, and just, you know, this is a test game. It's not a conference game. You're trying to try different things and just try to get off some of the rust of a long off season. So Spring Lake Park has looked good. Let's see if they can, and even had the lead earlier on. Just a run by Roseville really set the tone for everything. But yeah, we'll see if they can continue that momentum in the second set.
14th season for Coach Hewlands, 200-plus wins. Gabe mentioned it off the top. Plenty of state tournament berths, 5-time section champs for Roseville. Used to be a section game back in the day between Roseville and Spring Lake Park. Not the case anymore. We are underway. We've got a new Panther into the game for the first time. Greta Herzog up front. So Herzog, the sophomore, coming in. The Panthers will take the first point of this set. They were down 1-0 in the first. So a little bit of a change. And that's going to be one of the big keys we talked about, Gabe. Defending the middle. We'll see how much Roseville wants to go back to that after living there basically in that first set.
Right.
And a lot of that's going to be determined by how the Panthers can counter. Mortensen off the serve. Near side. Crump put it into the block. Pop back over by Morrell. Everybody do it again. And that one's down from the middle to the back line again. And it's Hattie DeVries.
Yeah, and Spring Lake Park just doesn't have an answer for the middle right now. I would expect Roseville to keep going to it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, got to prove you can stop it. Make that adjustments. DeVries kill in the first, her first of the second here. It's 4 for Gabrielle Kopp and Camille Crump in that first to help lead the way unofficially for Roseville. Strong strike here for the Panthers. Great dig though on the back end by Gondek and company. Morrell from the middle, too strong.
Yeah, just that dig by Gondek, as you were talking about for Roseville. I don't know if you watch Go for Volleyball, but she looked a lot like CeCe McGraw on that one, getting after it and keeping the point alive.
Gophers getting things rolling, too, as everybody looking to get back to some normalcy on that side of things. Too strong, 2-2.
That's what Coach Ewan was talking about. He wanted it's kind of a mix. He wants to control the serve game, but he also wants them to be more aggressive. So she was aggressive on that one, but nothing doing.
Christensen serving. Back tied at 2. We were tight early in the first set before Roseville expanded the lead to 12-7, prompting the Panther run. It's Christensen from the back line. Dig try for Gieselhardt, and instead it's the kill on the near side.
Yeah, Christensen, she got a lot of hops on that one. Just a full windup and sent it down out of the stretched arms of the Spring Lake Park play.
Near side it goes for Gabrielle Kopp. She had 4 in the first, as mentioned. Some strong outside hitters for Roseville. Hoiby drawn to the net, so she goes light, and it's touched by the block and out. We're back tied at 3.
And that was a smart play by Hoiby. She knew she didn't have an angle to try to spike it, so she went off speed and just put it off the Roseville player.
Tied at 3. Morrell the serve. A little bit out of system there, popped over by Kopp. Mortensen, she gets Hoiby this time with a chance to swing. Tipped off the block, dug by Gondek. Near side it comes for Kopp again, and that one off the valiant attempt from Morrell, but out of bounds.
Yeah, good attempt by Morrell, just diving up that one, trying to get it, but no avail.
Kopp with a pair here in the seconds.
And we're kind of seeing what we did in the first set, kind of a feeling out period, a back and forth match to begin. We'll see who can make the first run here.
Charlie Turnquist comes in for the Panthers. Roseville up 4-3. Third touch coming up, Hoiby. Gondek been equal to those opportunities. That one blocked right back, but dug out by Gondek again. Great block by the Panthers. Gondek was there. Near side, and it's down for Greta Herzog. The sophomore into the act. Her first kill of the match, and it's 4-4.
Good for her. The underclassmen stepping up and knocking it down for Spring Lake Park.
Need her on that offense and the defense in the middle. See her on this near side, getting that opportunity with big right-handed swing, found all kinds of space. Good dig back line, but the Panthers were into the net. So it's 5-4 Roseville. Kopp back to serve. Panthers 4 wins a season ago, back-to-back 5-win seasons in 2018-2019. Those 2 years both opened up with losses to Roseville as Hoiby with authority to the back line sends it down.
Yeah, Hoiby just put it in between the two Roseville players, and there's nothing they could do.
Panthers won 9 games in 2017. 2016, that last double-digit win year. 12-8 overall. Played Roseville in tournament play. Rotation issue?
I believe so. Or she
Equipment
might.
issue.
Yeah, I think she just went before the ready, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're still 5-5. Poor to serve. Good one diving down under the net. Panthers playing it at the net. Mortensen the dive, right close to the tower there. Christensen. Back set, they go for Cox. Mortensen to Christensen again. Now she's up front, and now she puts it down. 6-5 lead for the Panthers.
And Christensen kind of had to reach back on that one. It was a little off-center set, but she was able to power through it and find the court.
Poor weights on that whistle that time. Another great dropping serve there towards the back line. Panthers again aggressive at the net. Near side set for Cregan, and she gets it over. It's popped back but out by Christensen. Great effort. Too strong. We're tied at 6.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams showing great effort in this one, just doing everything they can in the opener tonight.
So back to Roseville. Serving 6-6 here in the second after they took the first 25-19. In the middle, and a little mistime leap for Hattie DeVries, excuse me. So it's 7-6 in favor of the Panthers.
Yeah, just a miscommunication on that one for Roseville, and you can chalk that up to early season jitters, I think.
I was just about to say, as you had mentioned, that this is the first match for each of these two teams. Cregan. First touch, Christensen. She'll get a chance at the last as well. Drops it down. It's the Raiders out of rhythm. Good dive there for Poor. Christensen forced to send it over. Chance for the Raiders, get the advantage back. It's popped around at the net, still alive. Cregan, she'll put it down off the block. Nobody really in system there, but
Yep.
Cregan able to rise and fire it home and tie this one up at 7.
Yeah, a little bit of a sloppy point right there, just kind of hitting it back and forth. No one really in rhythm until Roseville finally went to the middle and ended it.
So knotted up at 7. Mortensen Sent Christensen back a step. It was blocked back anyway. Now they'll just go middle with the touch from Morrell. Davison in the middle, sit down strong by DeVries yet again.
Yeah, great job by DeVries there. Like I said, just the middle has been open. They've been unable to stop it, so I would expect them to just keep going for it until Spring Lake Park stops it.
8-7 up a point. Davison back. Mortensen to the middle. Morrell light touch. Great dig there for Kopp. Goes for Cregan, too strong. Tied at 8 again.
And Cregan just a little off balance on that one. Didn't really have a good angle to send it into the court, and so she tried to go wide, but sent it a little out too far.
Comes Greta Herzog back in. Coach Johnston told me before the game it's going to be a mix and match type game where they try different rotations throughout. She didn't expect to not have her starter Addison France, as that one comes up short for Crump. Rare attacking error for her so far today.
And that's what these early games are all about, finding your rotations, finding out who's going to step up and who's going to fit well where, particularly these non-conference games. France
is back out on the bench, but doesn't look like she's ticketed to come back into this match at any point. Mortensen, Gieselhart to Christensen on the tap, and the block back, and it's too far out of bounds. It's 9-all.
And just like last game, just back and forth volleyball here. No team really taking the advantage. We'll see who could get the run first, but no team wants to say die so far in this set.
Up front, just surviving there. Mortensen popped it over. Chance for Kopp. She was a little off balance. Gieselhart right towards the net. Mortensen corrals it. Got it to a chance for Christensen, but who's there? That's Sophie Gondek. Christensen settles it. Mortensen back set. Coming right back there for Herzog, and it's blocked right back down for the Raiders.
And I've been really impressed by Gondek so far, playing a great game, getting after the balls, diving all over the place, and just being a great libero for her team.
Gives her team a chance to find those finishes. Taking some great strikes from the Panthers, as that one's too strong, so the service error ties us at 10 again.
And that can be deflating for a team. After a great point, you score, and then you just give it right back to Spring Lake Park. That can be very deflating. We'll see how they respond to that.
10-all. Davison corrals it, got it for Kopp. Mortensen dives, can't get there. Davison also impressive there, Gabe, in the middle. She's that setter working that same amount of responsibility that Mortensen has on the other side. And number 24 in white, she has been all over the floor to help her team succeed. They're up 11-10.
Yeah, she absolutely has. She's been a monster out there.
Gieselhart on the touch. Mortensen tried to sneak one over. It comes back. No harm done. Hoiby, she'll get the chance, and down it goes off the effort from Stakowiak.
Yeah, just a good placement, hit them where they ain't, and that's what she did right there.
Works in baseball, works in volleyball. Find that empty space. Lily Morrell serving at 11s. Davison right in the middle. Just a premier set right there. Easy jump, tap, and finish for Kopp.
And on that one, you didn't even see Spring Lake Park even attempt or I guess they did attempt to block it, but only one blocker went up. No double wall on that one, and just an easy kill for Roseville. (12-11). Panthers, little trouble with the ball control on the serve receive. Able to get it over. Good single block in the middle for Charlie Turnquist. And down it goes. Out of bounds, so it stays advantage Roseville, but a good block there on that middle try. It was a good block, just sailed a little too far out of bounds. If that stays in a little bit, that's a great block.
Working on the angles there, the senior, as that one's served out of bounds. So it's 13-12 Roseville.
And again, that's got to give Coach Euland fits, because that's what he wanted to control the serve game, and they keep giving away free points to Spring Lake Park.
Avery Herman. A little trouble on that, and she did lift it. So that got in tight there. Davison, the general setter, out. So VM's with just a little bit of trouble. So 2 unforced errors on this service error. Gondek to receive again. Strong off the shoulder, stays alive. Morel sacrificing the body. Another dig attempt. That one turns into the kill right side for Kopp.
Yeah, I don't know if Morel had any choice but to hit that ball. That just went straight to her. She turned a little bit and went right off her, but it was a great dig nonetheless.
Emily Sledadal back in up front for Roseville. Cregan will also check back in. Taking up that front line. Clean receive. Far side, Hoiby. Down it goes. Beautiful placement right down the alley. We're tied at 14.
Yeah, and that was just great job. They got in system, and Hoiby slammed it down to the court.
Looking to find some consistency there. She'll sit. 32% on the kill percentage last year, on her way to 99 kills. It's going to keep you in a lot of games. Near side, Cregan. Block back, out of bounds. Block was there, but again, those angles, it was Turnquist and Mortensen. Point for Roseville.
Yeah, you know, if Spring Lake Park would just get some of those blocks going their way, just with a little less oomph on them, then this could be a whole different game. But thankfully, fortunately for Roseville, they're not getting it right now.
Panthers survive. Back set, little touch on the block. Christensen couldn't quite lift it over. 2-point spread at 16-14.
And this is the time in last set where Roseville started to pull away a little bit. We'll see if Spring Lake Park can stem the tide a little bit.
They had a 17-15 edge in that first set. First spread by 2 in a while back then and started the run. 16-14 here. Held by Poor. Christensen sends it over. VM's the set. And it's popped right back down. The middle open again for Gabrielle Kopp.
Yeah, just great job right there. She knew that she didn't have a clear path trying to slam the ball away, so she saw the open part of the court and just put it there.
They closed last set on an 8-5 run. They're going up 17-15. 8-4 run rather, as that one touched out, turns into the ace. Or no, excuse me, yeah.
Yep.
18-14.
Yeah, 18-14 there, just a great serve. And Roseville's got all the momentum right now.
4-0 run. So take a little trip back to the service line at 18-14. Christensen waiting for the traffic to clear, and she sends it off the block. Stops the run, it's 18-15.
Yeah, and that's what you need, one of your go-to hitters to get in rhythm and stem the tide a little bit.
Christensen and Mortensen occupying the same space on the floor for a moment there, but allowed to clear. Turns into the kill. Gondek back in, middle set, off the block. And another strong swing for Hattie DeVries. And
again, I know we keep harping on it, but Spring Lake Park has no answer for the middle attack of Roseville.
DeVries a season ago, 100 kills. Top returner. She was the second on the team last year. Those triple-digit in kills. Davison's back in. Christensen too strong. Tried to cut that angle. It's 20-15. Back-to-back sets. Roseville the first to 20 here.
Yep. And yeah, like you said on that one, she really had no angle, so she tried to fit it in, but unable to do so.
Panthers need a run here. It's got to start with a stop of Cregan, and she'll get the kill.
And everything's coming up Roseville right now, and it looks like Coach Joy wants a timeout here.
So the run from tied at 14 is 7-1 for Roseville to take command. We talk about 3 straight victories in regular season non-tournament play for Roseville. Last year they won head-to-head on November the 19th, which turned into the last day of the season. In set play over those last 3, including the first one here today. It's 10-1 in favor of Roseville. They took a set in the opening match of 2018, did the Panthers, against Roseville.
Yeah, and you know, Roseville, they come in here with 11 seniors, so they are a very experienced team. Spring Lake Park, not so much. So you would almost expect Roseville, with the experience that they have, to come out here and maybe have the upper edge coming out. But credit to Spring Lake Park, they have been playing their heart out and sticking in on this one.
Coach Johnson told me that they like playing Roseville. It's a good challenge. They give them tough sets like we saw in the first. I mean, that was as close as 15-all, 17-15 when the run began. It was very similar here in this one at 16-14. Trying to stop the run. Lily Morrell blocked back. Mortensen another try. She'll go back to Morrell. Got it off the tape. Good dig by Cregan. To the back row, sent over by Cobb. Long track down for Poor. Popped over by Mortensen. Advantage Raiders. In the middle, back for DeVries and down. Great set there, Davison. And DeVries puts it down, her fourth kill of this second set, fifth unofficially of the match.
Yeah, she just glanced it off the net and found the court.
So up 7, 22-15. The run goes to 8-1. Mortensen in the middle. Christensen, there's Gondek. Near side, Cregan, back down off the block. Cregan another kill, her third of the set and fifth of the match.
And it seems like the teams go back and forth at first, and then Roseville just finds that momentum and finds something clicks with them late in the set.
Pushed over, Mortensen. It's another opportunistic kill, her first of this set. Makes it 23-16.
And she's had some success with that all night, just finding the open spot of the court and just placing it there.
Senior setter goes back to serve. Davison, middle set, DeVries, why not?
Yep.
24-16. Well, you look at a first game like this, Gabe, and coaches are definitely one way or the other going to be looking at things on tape that they want to improve on. And certainly in the middle, finding that right combination for Coach Johnston, that's going to be top of the list. Christensen, strong swing. Davison pushes it up. Crump tried to get it to go one-handed on the shove. Bump set now for Crump. She'll get it to go off the back row, and Gieselhart, and that ends the second, 25-16. First two taken by the Raiders, 25-19, 25-16, and it'll go to a third with the Panthers looking to take one to stay alive. First match of the season. First full week of action on North Metro TV for fall sports. And we'll be back with the third set at Spring Lake Park after this on North Metro TV. First two sets go to Roseville. The Raiders 25-19 in the first, 25-16 in the second. Glad you're with us. Set number 3 coming up. Panthers gonna have to make some defensive adjustments. Hattie DeVries, Gabe, has been very good there in the middle, but pretty much anybody that the Raiders have been able to put in the middle has found some success.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been plug and place in the middle for Roseville, and St. Louis Park has so far not been able to have an answer. And it's going to be important for Spring Lake Park here to maybe come out and set the tone a little bit, because Roseville has been very good just kind of toying with them at the beginning and then going on a run and taking control of the match. So we'll see if Spring Lake Park can come out early here and set the tone.
Well, you slice it, both teams getting a good test here in the opener. Serve for Roseville, big first hit for Lily Morrell. Raiders will take it back. Mortensen the touch. Morrell lightly over to Christensen, tries to lightly put it down. Cregan is there. Davison got a little bit of a break at the end of that second set. Back out there. Christensen, and just as we have had in the first two sets, a long first point. This one, was there a touch? They say yes, so it will be Roseville point. They'll go up 1-0 as they did in the first.
And no surprise, Roseville goes to the middle to get the point.
These two teams, we talked about how tough the schedule is for both of them coming up. Roseville just has one team with a losing record and one team that won less than 9 games last year of their next 4. Crump, far side, dug out over there by Morrell. Little miscommunication. Davison handles it, tries the back set for Kopp. It's a little bit short, and the Panthers are on the board.
Yeah, it seemed like Roseville was a little out of system on that one, and no one too sure of the plans, so it just turned into a ball in the net.
Mortensen to serve, try and get the Panthers on a run. Block back, and the net it goes.
Great job getting up there by Spring Lake Park, just getting your hands up there and letting them glance off and building a wall over there.
Panthers up 2-1. Mortensen. Dragged a little close for Davison, still popped it over. Advantage though for the Panthers. Near side Christensen had it blocked back, got it back. And a double touch there by DeVries. She thought she kept it alive. Panthers up 3-1.
Yeah, and that's what that's what I was saying. Spring Lake Park needs to come out and set the tone, and that's what they're doing early on.
Near side, Crump got a running start and finished strong through that one.
Yeah, it's easy on a running start to just blast the ball and just hit it out of bounds, but that one she was under control and found the court.
Got on top of that too, 6'1". We talked about it. There's some size up front. She represents the most. Emily Sledidall, who's come off the bench a couple of times, she's 6 foot. And the ace will drop down for Gondek.
And every time Spring Lake Park seems like they're making a run, Roseville comes back with one of their own, 2 straight for Roseville here.
Stachowiak, excuse me, who gets it again. Back-to-back aces from down 3-1 to up 4-3. Panthers looking to settle back down, going to Christensen. Say that was blocked back. Gondek to Crump to bump it over. Tough dig. Roseville a semi-advantage there. Panthers bump it into the net. Turns into a kill for Kopp.
So a missed opportunity by Spring Lake Park there. They had a free ball going over the net, but instead of taking advantage of getting in system, they just sent it back over the net with a bump.
(5-3). The run is 4-0. Kept alive. DeVries popped it over. Mortensen to Hoiby. Block back. Panthers try it again. It's Mortensen. Dug out by Stachowiak. Kept alive by Morrell. Far side, Hoiby again, and Gondek can't control that one.
And that's what Spring Lake Park needs to do. Go to Hoiby, your #1 kills getter from last year, and go with what works.
She had 2 in the first, 3 unofficially in the second. Trying to establish her on that back end. She got a couple of good swings, and the third one goes down. Dig from the Panthers, looking at Hoiby again, and a little bit of a change-up drop to the middle right in front of a diving Stachowiak. We're tied at 5 on a 2-0 run for the Panthers.
Yeah, that's the mark of a great attacker, switching speeds, switching angles, and that's what she did there.
Near side, that was a tough set. Drew Kopp into the net. Over and out. Morrell, the soft touch, and Stachowiak can't keep it in bounds.
And then now we see Spring Lake Park going on a run, a 3-0 run for the Panthers right now.
Christensen back to serve. She'll go far side in front of her bench. Gondek, low liner bumped over. Back set, near side for Morrell, and off the block, it'll go down. Off the touch from Gondek. If anything, we found out that Sofia Gondek is at least a little bit human. She was picking up all of those in the first 2 sets, and now that's 2 that have just been too tough on the angle for her.
Right.
Just a little human.
Right, for
Still
sure.
a tremendous match. She settles that one down. Bump to the near side for Kopp. Hoiby sends it down again. The second for Hoiby of the set. They're going to her, and that'll be a timeout off a 5-0 run from the Panthers for Coach Euland.
And that's what we saw in the first set. Spring Lake Park was going on a little bit of a run. Roseville took a timeout, got into their rotation, and got a point and went on a run after that. So we'll see if history repeats itself here, or if Spring Lake Park can continue this momentum.
Tuesday night here on North Metro TV. Timeouts taken by the Raiders in this third set. They've taken the first 2. Plenty of action coming your way as we're in full swing here in the fall, and you can recap that all the time on Sports Den. Have that for you. New runs every Monday at 10 o'clock. It's good to be back on the Sports Den set yesterday. Catch up on the first couple of events, 3 soccer matches we had a week ago, plus some tennis. We got volleyball now, swim and dive this week as well. No football out of the gates. All 3 of our teams on the road for the first 2 weeks.
It's coming, though. It's coming.
The live games will be here. We'll keep you in tune with what your teams are doing, though, on Sports Den with whatever highlights we can get as it's pushed back. Opportunistic Turnquist in the middle. Lights the lamp with the little kill in the middle, and it's 9-5.
Yeah, like you said, opportunistic. No one really went for the ball except for Turnquist, and she took advantage.
Kopp to the back row, dug out by Gieselhardt. Near side it goes, Morel. Stochowiak kept it alive. There's Kopp again. Mortensen goes to Christensen, back to Morel, who popped it up. Set chance for Davison, back to Crump. Crump too strong, 10-5 Panthers.
Yeah, and a little bit of a run here for Spring Lake Park. Hopefully they can keep that going.
The run is 7-0. Their best stretch, best run of the match coming here in the third. Christensen forced Stochowiak to play it. Middle set, DeVries, she gets it down.
Yeah, and just a great job by DeVries. Again, they went to the middle, and you know, when the other team is on the run, go to what works, and they went to the middle there, and DeVries slammed it down.
6-10, ace down. So the kill from DeVries, her 6th of the day, sets it up for Gondek. Who goes back superhuman here, gets the ace. Looking for another towards the rafters. Hoiby brings it back. Popped over by Christensen. Good save by the Panthers, up 3. Near side set for Kopp. Pop back over. Great dig back in by Gieselhardt. DeVries again from the middle. A little off kilter there. Morel kept it alive. Bump set. Going in the middle that time for Kopp. Morel, across the net. Too tight to the net. Hoiby couldn't do anything with it. And that's a 4th touch anyway. It's 10-8. And
Spring Lake Park, they need to be able to control these serves here by Gondek. She is having her way right now.
There's another, and ace dropped in perfectly. And she's on her own with a 4-0 run. 2 of those have been service aces for Sofia Gondek.
And she's doing it in 2 different ways. She's doing it with power and with finesse. That one was with finesse. She just found the spot.
A little more power. That one received by the Panthers. Pushed over light. Crump was there. Roseville got out of system, but got back up in front, and it pushed down by Kopp to tie us up at 10 on a 5-0 run now for the Raiders.
Kopp just won the battle on the net on that one and pushed it over, and Spring Lake Park, nothing they could do.
5 straight points at the service line for Gondek. Senior libero having a day on that back line, owning things there for the Raiders. She does it again on the dig. Set it up for Davison. Near side for Kopp, and too short. She tried to go light, went too light. It's 11-10 Panthers.
Yeah, Kopp, she couldn't really get her legs under her on that one, and instead decided to try to push it over, but to no avail.
All right, a good sign for the Panthers. As at least off the bench comes Addison France to serve here. She went out with what appeared to be an ankle injury. Something on that left leg took her out in the first set early. Hadn't been back until just now. Back now in the third. Popped up for Morel and a little too short. We're tied at 11.
Yeah, good sign by France. A good serve. She got a lot of power under it, so things appear to be, and it looks like she's going to stay in the game. So good to see her back.
It could change things in the middle once the rotation sets it
absolutely.
up that way. She's at the back line right now. Serve for Williams. Third touch there. Morel just short. So it's 12-11 for the Raiders. Gondek just went on a run of 5 straight. And an ace coming for Williams.
And like we said, that's what that's what Coach Hewlin wanted the Raiders to do, control the serve, and they did it again.
In the middle, Molitor puts it down. Hoiby will sit. Herman checks in. Panthers down a point here, middle of the set. This has been moving time for the Raiders in the first 2. Going on runs to find some separation about this point. Not today, as Lily Morel sends it down with the right hand.
Yeah, Lily Morel, she just got a free ball there. That's every hitter's dream, and she just slammed it down off the Roseville player for the point.
Trickled, and bang. Back towards the back. Tied at 13. More from Herman. Raiders set up in the middle. Herman digs off the block. Morel again. Piece of the block to Gondek. Back set. Pushed over. Mortensen there. Good communication. Back to Morel. She'll shove it over. Grabbed by Heffernan in the middle for the Raiders. Chance with the advantage. Too deep. Nothing on the block, and point for the Raiders.
Yeah, just too deep on that one. Just a little too much oomph.
But Lily Morel is feeling it here in the third. Couple of kills, was hunting another. Raiders up a point at 14-13. Popped up short. Good read by Herman. Got it over to Morel. Trying to go light. Came up short.
That's almost what you got to do. You got to mix up the serves where they're going, and that one was short and got him on the system.
17-15 in the first, turned in an 8-4 run to close. 16-14 in the second, turned into a 9-2 run to close. The Raiders put it into the net here, 15-14. It's a little 2-point spread late. See what the Panthers can do to avoid history repeating itself. Great serve from Morel, doing it all here of late. Pops it up, Mortensen, Christensen right where they want her, and she sends it down. Tied up at 15.
Great job by Spring Lake Park just being in system on that one, and they got who they wanted for the kill.
So Lily Morel, one of the captains, along with Maya Mortensen and Brooke Christensen. Trying to keep her team in this match down 2-0. And that one, a piece of the block and uncontrollable for France. 16-15 Raiders.
Yeah, went right through Fran's hand, right off her head, and out of bounds.
Tight sets in each of the first 2, and now a third here into the middle portion. France sends it up high. Raiders. Panthers thought it was done. Raiders kept it alive. So Christensen sends it just too strong. 17-15. Danger zone right here. Panthers could use a point to break up this serve and get back within 1.
Yeah, and Kopp was this close to going for that one, but made the split second at the last second not to go after it, and it landed out of bounds.
Big ups to the ball kid playing hurt by the door with a cast on his left hand. Went out into the hallway to get that one. Christensen to the back line again. Dug out. There's Cregan. Too strong. Was it tapped? They say yes. Point for Roseville.
And this is danger time for Spring Lake Park. Once again, just another run for Roseville. Can they stem the tide here if you're Spring Lake Park?
Hannah Heffernan to serve. Dropping, dying, fading serve that was dug out well by Herman. Herman, again that first touch, but rolls up the shoulder. That was Sleddenall from that right side. 19-15, got to use it for Coach Johnston on the timeout. Down 4. Roseville trying to be the first to 20 in each of the first 3 sets. The first 2 went their way, 25-19, 25-16. Panthers trying to hang tough, but need a break right here to get back within 3.
And, you know, I think what Roseville is doing really well is mixing up serves. They're slamming the ball sometimes they're playing more the finesse play, and particularly Gondek has been fantastic at it, leading that run for Roseville. And Spring Lake Park, they just haven't been able to field the balls and get into system, and it's leading to offensive opportunities for Roseville.
I've hinted at this a couple of times throughout the match, but to put the finest final point on it, these two teams, their next 4 games, if you look at the combined records of those 8 teams that they're going to play, it's a combined 57 wins from last season against the next 8 teams, 4 apiece for these 2 teams. So this, just the opener to what is a tough stretch for the Panthers, tough stretch for Roseville. You're going to find a lot out about these 2 teams over the next 2 weeks. That one too strong, so there's the point the Panthers needed. 19-16, can they make it a run?
Like you were saying, no better way to get better than to play the best. So we'll see if they can do it.
Gieselhardt.
Oh,
hits the back of Mortensen. And it's 20-16.
Yeah, just a little bit of an awkward serve there. Didn't really get under it too much and just slammed it off her teammate.
So they trade the service errors. Back down 4, a point closer to the end here for Roseville. Panthers have to go back to work. Davison to serve. Mortensen off the block. It's Christensen with the kill, her 3rd of the set. Give her 11 unofficially here in the match.
And that's what you do when the other team is starting to go on a run, go to your sure thing, and they went to Mortensen that time. And great job by her.
Mortensen's jump serve to the back. Near side. Haven't heard much from Crump lately, and that one was perfectly placed with eyes on the near side. And makes it 21-17.
Yeah, she was playing mind games with Mortensen. She saw her going up, so she placed it to the side of her, and Mortensen unable to do anything with it.
We've seen Crump swing through hard all game long and picked her spot on that one. Mortensen. Tough grab. Christensen tried to send it to the back line, and now things are dicey, down 5 at 22-17 for the Panthers.
And that's what Roseville, that's what we've seen them do all night. It's tight early, and then they slowly kind of pull away.
Service error had it as close as 3 at 19-16. Service error by the Panthers gave it right back to 4. That one won't pop over, and they'll stay alive at 22-18.
Yeah, Spring Lake Park not saying die in this one, competing to the end.
Margin for error 0 here for Christensen and the Panthers. A little bit of a tough receive. Kopp, though, sends it over. That was going down in. Gieselhardt touched it for good measure, trying to save it. It's 23-18.
Yeah, good attempt by Gieselhardt, but just unable to keep the ball in play.
Gondek. She had a 5-0 run from the service line in this set earlier. She needs 2 to finish it off. That one too strong. Panthers a heartbeat again.
And that's what their coach Euland wanted them to be a little more aggressive and try for things. And that was a good attempt there. Almost found the line, but just a little too long.
And no better time than right then to be aggressive. Up 5 at 23-18. Played on the back. Davison, too strong. One of her few mistakes as she covers the mouth with a big smile.
Yeah, miscommunication right there. I'm sure they'll be able to shore that up and make that happen in their tough stretch coming up.
Addison France down 3. Couple aces and it would get real interesting. Now you just need a couple of stops. Mortensen there. Christensen tries to get it to Hoiby. Push back at her. Mortensen keeps it alive. Christensen will send it over. Advantage for the Raiders. Back set it comes for Cobb. And the whistle, and the Panthers went over and into the net. So it's match point on the net call at 24-20.
Yeah, let's see if Spring Lake Park has one more run in them.
Trying to play perfect for at least 4 points here. The serve of Viams off the bench. Strong to Mortensen. Set it for Morel, who's had a great match. She crawls it over the tape, just kept alive by the Raiders. Back to France. Mortensen. Back set, Hoiby. Plenty of the block, kept alive by Heffernan. Viams went and got it, pushed over by Cox. Dive, and that'll do it on the valiant effort in open space in the middle for France, who left this game with an injury at one point. Came back in. Has the final touch, but it goes the wrong way. 25-20. So, Gabe, we mentioned it. Tough start coming up here on the schedule. Panthers, a lot of good things to build on, though. They certainly know what they have to shore up moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what they need to look at is their middle block. Roseville really took advantage of their middle block in this game, and I think that was a big difference. Also, serve receive. Roseville was very successful. Getting a lot of aces and building momentum, getting Spring Lake Park out of system. But yeah, something to learn. Roseville comes in, like I said, a very experienced team with 11 seniors. So there's a lot they can learn, and I think you learn more out of losses than wins anyway. So a good showing by Spring Lake Park, and hopefully they can turn it around. And they got a tough stretch coming up, but hopefully they could build off of this and go into the next game.
25-20 in the third, the clean sweep for the Raiders. They move to 1-0. The Panthers are 0-1. You can join us on Thursday for swim and dive on the girls' side as Centennial takes on Anoka. That's our next broadcast. More information, northmetrotv.com. I'm JW Cox for Gabe as well. Thanks so much for joining us for this presentation of high school volleyball. Fall well underway. You can catch it all right here on North Metro TV. Good night, everybody.